My people, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good night, depending on your time zone. This is Biafra Must Win channel. No forget say on this channel, we dey bring am back to back on wetin dey shele for Biafra land and beyond. On this very news, we go see how Nemesis is cutting up with the zoo president, Tinubu. As you listen, abeg, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. God bless you.
So guys, a lot of people have been asking me, is it true that the Supreme Court of Nigeria is going to determine if Bola Tinubu will be disqualified today, being the 16th of December or not? Well, the truth is that yes, there is an ongoing case in the Supreme Court that was filed by one chief, Abad Onwuru, that Bola Tinubu should be disqualified. I'm going to explain everything and break everything down for you. And now, I'm going to tell you why he actually filed that case and what will be probably the most likely case, that the judgment that the Supreme Court is going to give today. This particular man that filed this case is a British citizen. Some of all these abroad people that are from Nigeria think that the way the judiciary works over there is the same way that the judiciary works here in Nigeria. So they carry that mindset and ideology to come in Nigeria to file a suit. They don't know how our judicial system have been bastardized and rubbished in this particular country. So they think that anytime they wake up, they can just come and file a case. I'm going to show you what happened and why he is seeking for Bola Tinubu disqualification and why he is asking the Supreme Court to declare him the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have a lot of things in stock for you guys. But please, if this is your first time of coming to my channel, do well to follow us here and click on the notification button so you get notified whenever we drop important political updates and gist here. Now, let me tell you what happened. This particular man being Chief Ambrose Abat, Onwuru, filed two cases. The first case he filed was against Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation, about the 2019 election. He was arguing that he won that particular election. That what happened was because of the usurpation of power. That the court, when he filed the case in court, that the court did not give him a specified date. There was a mix-up in the date and all that. Then he filed a second case about Bola Tinubu's qualification, that Bola Tinubu was imminently not qualified to contest election because he, according to the case, forfeited $460,000 because they were proceeds of drug-related activities in the United States and all that. Remember when this particular case was brought to the Supreme Court? Now I'm going to break this thing down for you guys. A lot of people are asking, who is this guy and on which political party did he contest the election, and why is he even having the moral to? So many people are asking, why is this man having the moral to ask the Supreme Court to declare him the president after Bola Tinubu has spent 2 years? Now this guy contested in 2019. This particular man, being Chief Abat Onwuru, contested for the 2019 presidential election under the Hope Democratic Party, HDP, and he lost. And he went to court. He sued Muhammadu Buhari, the AGF, and the Minister of Justice to court. This case has actually been going on. So he contested for the 2019 election. That time, Bola Tinubu was not even in the picture. So he argued that he won that election in 2019 under the party, Hope, the Democratic Party. And, because of a lot of things, that the elections were rigged and all that, he provided some of the evidence. He claimed that he won the election in court. And that case has been actually, been litigation or litigating in court. And this is the problem of this country. That you file a case in court and it will keep on litigating in the Nigerian judicial system. Now he added that Bola Tinubu, as a matter of fact, is not even imminently qualified to be the president of this particular country because, according to him, like I said before, he forfeited $460,000. So he said that, remember, the defendants in this case are Muhammadu Buhari, the former president that contested for that election, the Attorney General of the Federation, then the Minister of Justice, and Bola Tinubu. They are the defendants in this particular case. Now, so he is asking the court. Now let us dissect this. The first one, he said that he won the election. And because that he won the election in 2019, whatever subsequent or successive inaugurations that we are done after the 2019 election should be cancelled, meaning that they should start from 2019 to start judging who is the president, because whoever became the president after 2019, it could be considered as illegal because he won the 2019 election. Like I said, he thinks that this is Britain or probably in the England or English place where he comes from, because he's an English-born citizen, despite the fact that he's a Nigerian man by blood and all that. He thinks that this is the same way that the judicial system works over there. He can come to Nigeria and apply it. You should go and ask what happened in the last presidential election tribunal, how the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the judges actually turned our constitution upside down. In order to ensure that Bola Tinubu wins the election. I'm not in for that because we've passed that stage. We've actually passed that stage. Now, this particular man is also arguing that Bola Tinubu is a CIA agent. that in fact not just agent, but he's a CIA asset, and he believed that Bola Tinubu should be disqualified because it affects, if it is true, it affects the sovereignty of Nigeria, because being a CIA asset means you will be relaying all information from Nigeria to the CIA the department in the United States of America, and this attacks the sovereignty and the security of the nation and all that, because other nations will actually know what you are up to or what you are working up to. But the truth is, let us even leave all these things. Will the Supreme Court actually even look at the merits of this particular case? They wouldn't. They will not look at the merits of this particular case. So I and you know the outcome of this particular case, that the Supreme Court will actually quash it, throw it to the dustbin, and equally fine him for actually wasting the time of the Supreme Court. So that is basically the truth. There's no much expectation. Let us look at the comments of some people. This person said something, as you could see on the screen. Okay, let's just look at some of the news. As you can see, they said the Supreme Court will tomorrow, Monday, decide the fate of President Tinubu in a new lawsuit demanding his removal from office as Nigeria's leader. Well, let's just look at the comments of some people. They said, this person said, this is the most useless and baseless court case, waste of resources and time. Same Supreme Court that manipulated the suit against Tinubu. Oga, go and rest, you cannot win. This other person said, we already know the outcome. Make una stop the play with our emotions. I beg, we are going through a lot already. This other person said, will Tinubu become the first Nigerian president to be impeached? Story. The fact is that many people know that this particular case is going nowhere, and Bola Tinubu will definitely win that particular case, because of course if Bola Tinubu could survive what P2B and Atiku Abubakar brought in case, evidence that P2B and Atiku Abubakar brought in case, they brought even from the United States of America, they brought all the evidence, but the Supreme Court, number one, did not even admit some of those evidence. They said it was late. Remember the case of the drug-related activity and all that, but the Supreme Court said that because the case has happened like for the past 10 years, that that the evidence will not be admitted, because there is a part in the constitution that says that whatever crime that someone committed in the past 10 years before the election will not be admitted in court against the person. Remember the issue of double nomination and all that. We saw how the constitution of the Nigeria we are turned upside down and all that. But like I said, we've passed that particular phase. This particular case is just a waste of time. Let us talk about other things. I just wanted to bring it up for you guys this morning. Today, I'm going to play a video for you to see what Shekau, who was a former governor of Kano State, said about this particular tax reform bill. I'm going to play the video so you could listen and see what this particular man said. Like I said, the Northerners subscribe. Let me play the video so you can see what Shekau said about this particular tax reform bill. When we come back, we'll try to wrap up things.
This tax issue is an eye-opener. The tax reform bills. Because it has now, because of non-wide consultations, as even mentioned by the Economic Council, we're into this crisis and problems and misconceptions and so on, and government is now going back to all that would have been done. So I think it's not enough for the governors to meet and decide there should be a state police. It should go beyond that. I think we should engage members of the public. I should let there be very, very wide and intensive discussion at all levels, including the legislators, including the civil societies, the communities, the religious leaders, the traditional institutions. Let there be clear understanding as to what exactly do we want when we talk about state police structure. And my advice is that while we don't have any doubt as to the need of another additional security setup at the state level, we have to be very, very careful not to run into another problem. Another example, Sharon, that I can quickly mention, look at the issue of the State Electoral Commission. It was well-intentioned. Yeah. The idea was to devolve all of these powers down the line. And before you know it, unfortunately, people are being, it is being abused to the point that people are now asking, let's scrap. And I think the newly proposed amendment, I haven't the details, is suggesting the scrapping of the local government, the State Electoral Commission, to come back to have a national. I think this is a very serious setback. Yeah. I'm opposed to changing it, but we must take some measures. Unfortunately, it is attitudinal. If you get the correct leadership and the correct architecture, the correct framing of the law, that's why I said there has to be uniform structure, uniform law at the center. And that was exactly what we advised the Nigerian police when they invited me and my team to give them an example of what we did in Kano. And it worked.
Yeah, because you're a retired teacher. I don't know whether
I'm still one.
I don't know whether you know how to handle the chalk any longer.
So you could hear what Shekau said. He said wider consultations and all that. Let me tell you, if this particular bill is being withdrawn from the House of Assembly, or in the name of let us do consultations and all that, remember Adams Oshomole, who is a House of Assembly member, have said it, that if the bill is being withdrawn from the House of Assembly and he's not sure that this bill will see the light of the day again in the House of Assembly, even throughout Balami Tinubu's 4 years ahead of 2037 and all that. So they not knows what they are doing by saying consultation. There is nothing to consult here. They've known the contents of this particular bill, and there is no content in that bill that is even anti-people or probably anything, but rather they're arguing about the 60% derivative. They want the bill to be withdrawn so that they will keep on litigating it till the bill will no longer see the light of the day again. Well, I don't have much to say about that, but I believe Bola Tinubu, he's a stubborn man. He is not going to withdraw the bill. Remember when Shetima was trying to secretly force him through the National Economic Council to withdraw the bill, he stood on his ground and said that the bill must pass through the House of Assembly, and successfully the bill has passed through the first reading and the second reading. That is when the non started protesting and even threatening him that we're not going to vote for you if you allow this bill to pass. That is what is actually holding this particular bill now. We'll keep our fingers crossed to see what will happen. Well, let me play a video of Olusegun Obasanjo, who came out recently and said and spoke about his Yorubaness. Remember what came in Badenoch, the UK conservative leader who is on opposition in the United Kingdom, said that he's more of a Yoruba than Nigerian. But let us look at what Obasanjo said, if he's more Yoruba or more than Nigerian. Let me play the video. We'll come back. We'll try to wrap up the entire issue.
One thing that we have in common, Nigeria, Ijo nation, if you like. I have never used Yoruba nation, and I will never, because I believe that my Nigerianness is bigger than my Yorubaness, and neither my Yorubaness nor my Nigerianness should stand in the way of each other. For me, my Nigerianness is very important, because I am more than what I should have been as a Nigerian than as an Oduduwa Republic man. And I believe that that should be the case for every one of us. And again, why should the accident of my place of birth be a hindrance for me as a human being, just first of all, and for me as a Nigerian? If I have been born in Sokoto, the chances are probably 99 to 1, I will have been a Muslim. If I have been born in Sokoto. If Sultan had been born in Abeokuta, the chances are 99, no, it won't be 99. It will probably be 55 to 45 that he will be a Christian. Now, what has brought a change, or what he has brought, what he is, or what I am, is where I was born, by whom I was born, and maybe when I was born. Why should that be a deciding factor for me as a human being?
From the video you just watched, Olusegun Obasanjo said that he is not more Yoruba than Nigeria, neither is he more Nigerian than Yoruba, that the two should not come in between each other and all that. But the fact remains that, yes, probably that is his own opinion, but secretly and deep down, most Nigerians, they are more. Remember, the former president, being Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, said the same thing, that Nigerians are more affiliated to their ethnic nationalities than any other thing you could think of. Meaning people are more attached to their regional geographical location or probably regional culture than Nigerian. That is basically the truth. That is why every now and then the only thing you'll be hearing is my tribe, your tribe, you are intimidating my tribe, you are marginalizing my tribe, you are this, you are that, you are that. It's all about tribe and tribe and tribe and tribe. During the election period, these things manifests itself. You see people saying, I will not vote any other person that's not from my tribe, I will not vote any other person that's not from my tribe, this tribe cannot be the president of this country. This is who we are. And like I've often said, we must always find a way or find a system of government that suits our different ideologies. We can't keep on lying to ourselves. The fact remains that we have different ideologies, and we must find a way or a system of government that suits our problem, that's going to balance out